Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Entrepreneurial Summit here by the Women of Global Change Las Vegas chapter. I just want to thank everyone for coming out today, this afternoon. Your presence is greatly appreciated. Today, we are going to be talking about budgeting and finances, which is one of our first courses that we are putting together for the Women of Global Change, the Las Vegas chapter, to help our community to start our businesses. This class is going to be spearheaded by Miss Brenda Bryant, who used to be with SBDC. If you came to the last function that we had here last month, which is our women's empowerment session, I spoke about SBDC and I actually gave you guys her contact. So she's no longer there anymore. She is now with UNR. She used to be with UNLV. Yep. And so now she's with the University of Nevada, Reno. So we have UNR here sponsoring, helping us collaborating with this project and this program together. This is going to be a series that we're going to be putting together, probably monthly. We'll see how this goes. We're planning this out. This class is to help everyone to become entrepreneurs. I also created a game that we're going to play. It's a real life game that we're going to be using money that we're going to play at the second half of this class. She's going to talk about the first half, which is going to be the finance and business structure of how to build a business. I also have Miss Shelly Hunt here. She is the founder and creator and CEO of the Women of Global Change. We are in almost every country around the world as the Women of Global Change. We are here in Las Vegas or in the state of Nevada. We're all across the United States and in Malaysia and all the parts of the world. I'm on the president's call every other week. And so we get to collaborate with other presidents in other places around the world. Shelly Hunt just came back. Come on up from Malaysia and from all the other places around the world. She created this organization. And if you would like to be a part of it and to do the things that we do and to volunteer with us, you can speak to any of my board members here. We have Tiffany Ward right here. She is my vice president. We have Deanna, who is over Las Vegas Initiatives. We have Amelie, who's also a part of Las Vegas Initiatives. And we also have Monica Coburn that's in the back right there. She's over strategic planning. And so I'm going to pass the mic to you, Shelly. Thank you.
Thank you. And it's really exciting to be here. Women of Global Change is an educational community and network of business leaders and those of us that come together to make a difference for ourselves, our communities, the world, for positive progress and change. We also do, social impact. So I am so excited that you're here. It's a community for us to be able to be authentic and grow together. More than here's your business card, right? We're all looking for something next. And, it's interesting. You're going to be playing a game today. And she says, well, if you start with $3,000, what do you do? Well, you know what? I started with $3,000 as a single mom. Went on to have 7 companies. One being the Women of Global Change. So I'm always looking for the next thing. So are you. So as you grow your business, women are, I have to say, or start your business, women are the most incredible entrepreneurs that I know. The way our mind works, they say that we have like over 10,000 thoughts by 10 in the morning and men have had 3. Now, I love men. Okay, so I'm not dissing on men. However, our mind works differently and it makes us a natural entrepreneur. The other thing is utilize the community. Stepping in with Women of Global Change, you get a international network. I just got back from the Philippines. I just got back from Malaysia. And now I'm here. It's the hot tour. I was like, why do I even put makeup on? I don't know. Finally, I just cut my hair. I was like, I'm done. But this is a place that you can grow and explore and utilize the knowledge and the community, both personally and professionally. And the biggest thing that I hear is, I found some lifelong friends. And it's who we're around that makes the difference on how we grow and how we engage. And there's not a lot of places you can go in and just be authentically yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like as women, we're kind of like shielded. We got it. We're good. Well, sometimes I'm not good. And sometimes I am. And that we could have a safe space with each other to grow and explore. Anyways, welcome to the Women in Global Change for those of you that haven't experienced us. And it's a pleasure to be here. I'm not always here in the chapters, but it's an honor. And I loved it because I made some great friends. So thank you. Oh. And it's you, sister. Yes.
Are we on?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we are.
Can I stay in this seat?
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
whole time.
I'm going for the comfort. This is called a comfort presentation. So welcome to everyone. Thank you for being here. And today, this is all about you. So I am doing very little and you're doing a lot. So we're talking about effective strategies for business management. Can I find out who actually has a business in here? Okay, that works. That works. That's great. Thank you. So what we're looking at is we want to think outside the box. It was like we were just told. Women think a little bit differently. You're a mom or not, we're all moms because we're always telling people what to do. We're always trying to find better ways for them to do it. And so we want to do that with our business. So we want to look at what is the problem that we have. And you're going to tell me what the problem is. You're going to tell me what the challenges are. You're going to tell me what the solutions are. You're going to tell me how we're going to work this together. Like I said, I'm sitting, relaxing. You're going to do all the work. So our problem statement is very simple. Starting, running, and growing a small business is a monumental task. Does anybody want to challenge me on that? Okay. So we know this is a big deal. It doesn't matter if you're making bracelets or if you're running a real estate office or if you're doing presentations. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It takes a lot of energy. You run into challenges. Some of you may have thought of what some of these challenges are, and some of you may not have. When we have our discussion, let's look at what's happening in real life. Let's look at what's happening to us right now. We're not in a pandemic anymore, but do you know we still have the effects of that? We're not in a recession anymore, but we still have the effects of that. Oh, by the way, have you tried to get any money for your business lately? Does anybody offer you any? Because if they do, I'd like to know the name. So let's look at our first situation. I want you to name 3 challenges that you have encountered in your business. Now, you'll notice that there's a QR code up there. Take out your phone, click on the QR code, and then tell me, let's start talking about what these challenges really are. I'm still trying to learn how to use my phone. I keep telling people my excuse is that I'm old. And I'm keeping that excuse. So you notice I don't have a phone. So is the code working for you guys?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Okay, so let me make this really simple. This is about you. Let's talk about what you say your challenges are. Do they need to have a microphone in order to do this?
All right. So whoever wants to share, I know I said mine was money, discipline, and credit. So that was one of my challenges for myself when I first started off with my business was money. Credit was one of the issues that I had, and the discipline to pay myself first. So if anybody else wants to share, or we can go off of my own experiences. Sure.
Thank you, Heather. And before I share my input, I would just like to say that recently I was attending an event when Brenda was the main speaker, and then I took a video and the picture and shared it to all my friends, like all over the world, and said to them, "Really, Brenda, that I was so impressed, and I don't know how I haven't met you before since I've been working with SBDC for 6 years, ever since I moved." When I wasn't part, even though I serve on the board, I wasn't part of the planning for this event because I was on my leave in Europe and the Middle East. So I'm so happy you're with us, and I just can't wait to grab all the knowledge you have for us today to share. So I
The
said,
check is in the mail, by the way.
okay, yeah, no Zelle or Venmo. So I said that like clients' expectations over there, as when I started my business. So that was the main thing that I encountered, since not only they didn't want to pay like for the work and the efforts that I was allocating for there to help them, as my business is like a consulting business. So those international companies wanted to pay like within 2 years time or 5 years time whenever they see the results. So they didn't value the time and efforts I was taking throughout the whole time, representing them and fighting for their business, and simply the expectations on both ends didn't match. So that was like one big lesson learned, that we have to talk about that before even signing anything, so that we just are not, that we are all in the sync. And I also said like accounting. So I had issues with different accounting solutions providers, that also my bank accounts didn't sync correctly. And then when I was supposed to do the
Sorry. Keep
do we
going.
need to, yeah, I'm good. Okay. When I was supposed to file the for the taxes, I couldn't because then I had to do manually, like to upload every single bank transaction. So I had issues with that, and also of course access to financing and grants, as I was advising everybody else, how they can get federal or state money for their own business. But maybe I need to do a better job for my own business. So that's something small for me.
Anybody
Next.
else? Want to share? Okay, no. All right.
Okay.
Let's look at these challenges. Let's talk about this a little bit more. A lot of it's money. Okay, so we get that. Somebody keeps telling me that there is money out there. Now, I don't know where out there is, so therefore I can't find the money that is out there. Once you find the out there, let me know, so I can share it with other people like you who would like to know where that money is. The other issue that I have with money is that when there actually is money that does materialize, it goes to a big company or organization or corporation. And so where are you? I'm a small business too. Nobody has offered me a penny. They've offered to put my pennies in their banks, but they've not offered to match my pennies with theirs so that I can have more pennies. Because if I have enough pennies, I have dollars. And if I have enough dollars, I got a business. Is this making sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, so I understand that that is a big deal. And we're going to work through that to figure out, how do we find these resources? Now, what I did with the Small Business Development Center is I am supposed to be a resource of resources. I'm supposed to tell my clients where these resources are located, how they do the research on that. My problem with that was I'd give them resources and the resources say no. Now, I learned that word when I was 2, and there are people still using that. I am not 2 anymore. And so I think that I need to replace that word with, I can help you. Let me show you how. Let me guide you through. That's what I'm looking for. Are we all in the same place?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we talk about customers don't want to pay. We can figure that one out. Okay. We talk about the discipline to do the things that we need to do, but we can't have the discipline if we don't know what it is we're supposed to do. So I'm a very big advocate of having somebody in your corner. Do you have somebody that you can talk to honestly? Are you talking about your business in a way that is real? Or are you talking about your business in a way that you would like for it to be? So let's say, for instance, we have a goal of going to Minneapolis. I think that's a great goal. Minneapolis is a cool town. I enjoyed it when I was there. I got to go to Mall of America. Too big. So that's great. But how do we get there? First thing we have to do is know where are we starting? If we don't know where our starting point is, we can't build a strategy for how we're going to get from where we are to where we want to be. The problem with that is that many of us don't know where we are. We've lied to ourselves. We've said to ourselves, in 2 years, this business is going to be doing blah, 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 blah. But what is it doing right now? And so I get teased because I started a nonprofit called Finance is a Second Language. And it's to teach financial literacy. And so I tell people it is not going to be up and running until 2025. January 2025 is my drop dead date. Well, you have a whole year. Why are you waiting so long? Because I have stuff to do. And that stuff needs to take time to get done. You may have started a business and go, I don't have a whole year. What is the strategy that you use to say, this is where I am right now, this is where I want to be, and this is my time limit. My time limit's here, your time limit may be here. How do you do that? Who are you talking to? What kind of resources are you trying to find? What kind of people are you networking with? I have a friend who is a multimillionaire. I do hate her. And she says, you cannot be an anonymous business owner. If you are an anonymous business owner, you are not a business owner. Because only you know what your stuff is, and you are a lousy customer for you. You need people to come to you who want your products or services. How do they know about that? If you don't tell them, they don't know. So for those of us who are shy and refined and we don't talk a lot, and oh my gosh, I can't tell you what I do because it sounds like I'm bragging. Well, heck yeah, you better be. If you don't think your business is worth it, why would I? If you don't think it's worth your time and effort to do whatever you do, the nails, the makeup, the car, the house that you're selling, if you don't think that these are worth it, then why are you doing it? And if you're doing it, why aren't you telling somebody that you're doing it? Yes, ma'am.
What if you don't want people to know because they don't support you, but you have another person branding your business and they support her? What about that?
So you don't tell people what you do because you don't get support?
Because I know I'm not going to get support.
How do you know you're not going to get support?
I just know.
No, how do you know?
Experience.
Experience in what?
In the business, current business I have.
And so in the business that you have, which is?
Beauty.
Beauty. Okay. So I call that the body business because somebody's always doing something. It's the hair, the face, the nails,
everything.
whatever. Right. Right. Okay. And so in that business, you get no support.
Correct.
So you have no customers.
Correct.
Okay. So you're not in business.
Nope.
Do you want to be in business?
Yes.
Have you told people what you do?
Yes, of course. Everyone knows.
Well, everybody
social
know because you said
media.
you have no support and you haven't told everybody because you haven't met everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Who have you been talking to?
I've been talking to everyone. I'm active.
You're
in the
not talking to
community.
everyone. So who are you talking to?
I'm talking to people in policy. I go to networks a lot. I talk
Okay.
to students.
Give me your elevator speech. Tell me what you do.
I'm an esthetician.
And I'm sorry, what is an esthetician?
I focus on facials to rejuvenate skin. I do treatments.
So why did I ask you that question? Why did I ask you what that was?
Not everybody knows.
Not everybody knows. And you need to speak to me not in your language. You need to speak to me in my language. So if you do facials, I'm an esthetician who does. So tell me what you do. So now I know a new word if I did not know that word before. And now I know what that word means. Does that make sense? Okay. Keep going. Yes, you're on the spot.
No, I'm used to it. But I have a separate business that
No, I want to hear about this one. I want the elevator speech for this business. The one that you say nobody supports, but you've told everybody.
Okay.
I want to know what you've told them. I want to know what your elevator speech is. I want to know what that 10 to 30-second conversation is when you meet someone.
I've been avoiding this because I've been avoiding the pitch.
Put the microphone in. Okay.
So I'm an esthetician. I do facials and I also do waxes. I wasn't ready for that.
And so that's one of the first things that you want to work on, because when you're meeting someone, they don't know who you are.
I'm not scared.
Yeah, they don't know who you
I've gotten
are.
so many no's, and that one person that.
But listen to what I'm saying. They don't know who you are. It doesn't mean that what your business would not help them. They don't know you. Your first conversation with them needs to be something that allows for rapport, allows for us to get to know each other. I just met you. You told me what you do. Isn't that nice? But I'm not coming to you. I don't know you. I don't know what kind of work you do. I don't know who you are as a person. I don't know what kind of people that you're looking for.
My other business is being successful because they don't know I run that business. So they're not always gonna be okay. It's not always gonna be okay.
But you've already decided that people are going to say no. And what I want you to do is to decide people are going to say yes. Okay.
And also, I just wanted to just add that most of our clients and business doesn't come from the people that know us. It comes from strangers. So you're trying to sell. We're not trying to, you should not be trying to sell to your friends and family because they're going to be your least supporters. It's going to be people that don't know you. And that's going to be for your social media. Those are going to be the people that's going to engage with your social media the most. It's strangers. It's going to be the people that buy from you. It's strangers. It's not going to be the people that know you. And so I think that we also have Julia.
Before that, I want to thank you for doing that. That was extremely hard. That was extremely hard. And I thank you for doing that. Okay. Because I know I can be a little harsh when I speak, and I'm not trying to do that. But I want you to understand what Heather is saying is that this is important to you. You need to be sure that when you talk to people, they understand this is important. This is important to you, and you would like to bring them into that group. Okay. And so folks are going to say no. That's okay. Folks say no all the time. We're not looking for the no's. We're looking for the yeses.
Okay. Was there anybody else that wanted to add? I know that we also had anyone else. Okay, come on, Shelly, come on up. Uh-huh.
I've been avoiding it.
There you go.
Yeah.
And this, I don't know if this will serve you or not, but I want to add to that. And so, you know, everything she just said was right on, because I was like, okay, so what do you do? So instead of how do you do it, what do you do for me? Right? So what's the end result? If you did something fabulous for me, what would the end result be? That's your tag. That's your second half. I'm an esthetician. I embrace women of all ages to look and feel and blah, blah, blah. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. So now I go, oh, this is how it serves me. So I just wanted to add that because I was like, let's give it one more component, right?
Could I insert something, please? You struck a chord.
Wait a
with
minute,
me.
to get
Yeah,
to the
right?
microphone.
Hi, everyone. My name is
Hold the
JB
mic up.
Castle. I have been
Hold the mic up.
in the automotive business probably since I was 10 years old, and my father started teaching me on a farm in Texas. The first thing I learned how to drive was a 1948 Willys Jeep bought from the Army that probably had no brakes in it. We just went. Thank goodness it was in a pasture. It wasn't on a legal street. I have a niece who is in Texas. She caters to a lot of the Latinas. They wear a lot of makeup. They want their eyes done, their eyelashes done. They want their microblading of the eyebrows. She's making a fortune in this business. In adjacent to them coming in for those businesses, she started a boutique. So now she has the urban clothing that are going with that. She goes up to Houston, she buys, she brings it down to her boutique. Then off of that, she started into the teeth whitening because these women are very vain. They want to have the latest styles. They want their faces and their makeup to be perfect. And she has just become so successful in her salon, and she's in it like 7 years now. And adjacent to that, she has taught her daughter, who is half her age, to be an entrepreneur and to start a children's line of clothing because she had a 2-year-old. And in the hair and the outfits. So she started them by hand, making these little girls' clothes. She's online now. She's got her own label. One thing turns into something else. The mother showed the daughter. The daughter's into it. This little girl is already modeling her own label. It's called London Lee. You can look her up on Facebook. And Jessica is killing it. And when you were saying you're an esthetician, well, not only do you do facials, or if someone has a skin problem, I don't know, you might pierce ears as well. You might, with the eyelashes and the microblading, get into some particulars of the other things you do as well. And don't ever accept the no. That's just someone who's not ready to be a yes right now because they haven't seen someone who, hey, I'm all that now because so-and-so hooked me up. So that's just what came to me out of that short time with you saying you're an esthetician. You're so much more. They just haven't realized it. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Is this helpful, guys? Fantastic. Okay, so we talked about challenges. We all have a good handle on that. Now let's talk about some solutions. So you got another QR code, and let's talk about how you can overcome some of these challenges. So I'm understanding from what I see in front of me that we actually know how to deal with these challenges, don't we? Are we doing it? Are we taking the time to get out of the challenge mode and get into the solution mode? So let's talk about some of these things. Okay, I love the fact have somebody else do it. The easiest thing to learn about your business is there are certain things that you have to do to make your business successful. You either, and you only have two options, you either learn it or you hire it. Oh, but I don't have any money. Then you need to learn it. Okay. Well, I don't have the time to learn it. Then you need to hire it. There is no putting it off. There is no saying, well, I'll get back to this later. There's no such thing as procrastination in business, because then you are not in business. You either learn it or you hire it. How do you take care of yourself? That's one of the solutions while you're going through all of these challenges. Oh, you just met an esthetician. Maybe you just need to take some pamper time. Maybe I need to, instead of me jumping in the shower and washing my hair on my own, maybe I need to go to somebody who will cut it correctly and will pamper me while they shampoo. There isn't a lot of it, but it's mine. This is not hair color. And so maybe I need that pampering. Maybe I only need to do this for a couple of hours, but those are 2 hours that belong to me. What is it that I need to do when, oh, maybe I should call my friend who will listen to what's going on in my world. I can't talk it over with my spouse. I can't talk it over with my family, because I don't want them to know the situation that the business is in, but I need somebody to kind of help me get out of the situation I'm in. So who is someone that I can talk to whose opinion I trust? Who is someone that I can talk to that I will actually listen to? This is not an argument. This is a time to get information. And when you get that information, then what are you going to do with it? Okay. Well, I don't have any money, so I'm going to talk to some more broke people. Probably not the best idea. I told you I have a friend who's a multimillionaire and I hate her. She gives me very good advice. She gives me very good advice. And the piece that I gave you was you can't be an anonymous business owner. If I am passionate about my business, if I have a janitorial service. I don't really have a janitorial service, but I'll come and clean your house for you. Okay. So, but you don't know that if I don't tell you. And if I don't tell you how well I do it, oh, but that's bragging. Darn right. If you're not going to brag about your business, why would your customers? If you don't think you do the best job, why would your customers think that? If you don't think you're giving the best value for what you do, then why would your customers think you give the best value for what you do? So let's talk. I told you this is supposed to be you, not me. Yes? Nobody has anything to say? They're scared. You scared them or I scared them?
I'm going to participate.
Yes.
So, okay. So again, Monica Coburn, I'm on the advisory board, but I also own my own business, Nevada Business Advisors. And before I started my small business all by myself, 5 years ago, I was a commercial banker and lender. So I was working with a lot of small businesses, okay? Here's what I will share from my experience, both working with a lot of small business owners and as an entrepreneur myself. Fact number one, most women-owned businesses are solopreneurs. I believe that percentage is like 85%. What does that mean? You're doing it all, ladies.
Mhm.
You're the accountant, you're the janitor, you're the social media, you're the marketing person, right? And so I'm going to share with you what I share with clients, especially my women clients. There's scarcity mindset and there's abundance mindset. So when you're saying to yourself, I don't have money, you're putting it out there. I don't have money. And now you've created a block. Instead, turn that phrase around and said, I may not have money today, but now I'm going to go find some money. So what does that look like? You're going to look at your business model. You're going to look at who you're surrounding yourself with. Brenda is so right. If you're getting advice from broke people, guess what? That's the wrong people to get advice from, okay? So who is in your circle that you want to emulate, that you want to be like, that maybe has a similar business that you do? And I'm going to say this and I'll close it up. You are like the bouncer of your own nightclub. You're going to decide who you're going to let in your circle that's going to help elevate your business, that's going to give you that great advice. And ladies, I'm here to tell you, and I say this as an entrepreneur, especially when I started my business, and Brenda knows this because I'm active in the business community. I went out there with my boss lady pants, my jacket, like I had a team of 20, but I was a team of 1. They don't know that, right? So it's how you approach it. And you have to have the confidence. I said, put on your big girl pants and just do it. Because if you don't believe in yourself, why would a client want to do business with you, right? So I'm going to drop the mic. I'm going to give the mic up.
And one of the things I want you to know about Monica, I just connected her with someone who called me. Now, this is called networking. Someone called me and said, do you do business plans? And I said, absolutely not. In fact, oops, I haven't done one for myself. So I said, but I send my clients to Monica. And she said, well, may I have Monica's information? I said, absolutely. I never send someone's information without sending an invitation. I send both of them the same information, then they will then connect with one another. I'm out of it. The point is, how would Monica have met the person that I sent to her if we had not met, if we had not had a connection? Networking is a big piece of what you need to do. Yeah, you need to do branding, you need to do marketing. I mean, all these other things, but you can do all this stuff. And if you're not talking to people, I don't really care whether you're online or not. You have to be online in such a way that I feel like I know you, that I want to do business with you. When you meet somebody, that's not a person, that's a potential sale. That's a potential client. That's a potential supporter. That's a potential vendor. Everybody you meet is a potential to help you build your business, but you have to treat them with the respect that you want to be treated with, and you have to treat them with the knowledge so they can support you, so they can find other clients for you. Now, I have no idea whether that's going to be a good deal or not, but it never would happen if we had not had that connection. Please understand, I am a big proponent of networking. I go to things and people say, I met you somewhere. And I go, I don't know who the heck they are. I meet a lot of people, and I'm glad that they want to tell somebody that they've met me. I'm glad that they want to tell somebody about what I'm doing, which will allow them to grow. So what am I doing when I'm looking at these challenges? What am I doing to help other people help me? And I can't be sitting around with my thumb in my mouth fussing about how nothing's going right. I can't find the money. I can't find the right people. People don't want to act right. Well, you know what? Welcome to the real world.
I'm sorry.
Nope. The whole thing is interactive.
Only because I get it, having started from the ground. You know, and I think Monica hit it too, and you're hitting it again, and I'm just going to hit it a little bit different, which is the energy that we're going into things with. You know, there's that saying, how you are speaks so loudly, I can't hear a word you are saying. Who you are speaks so loudly, I can't hear a word you're saying. And if you approach something, and a lot of times, and I love this example, and I go like this to you, what does that mean? Okay. Pay me, right? A lot of times. How about if we approached it with, how can I serve you? How can I make you feel beautiful inside and out? How can I serve you? And when you go into networking with, how can I serve you? And what am I good at? And know what you're not good at. And don't pretend you're good at something that you're not good at. Be good at what you're good at. Right? But how can I serve you? Because you walk into a networking group with that desperate energy, as Monica said, or that lack energy. And if I spent about an hour with you, you'd walk in this room totally different, girlfriend. You'd be like, hello, with your head up. Okay, just saying. You can talk to me later. But it's how do we approach it? And if I know what my service is, every product in every industry, or there's a service component to everything that we do. And what are we in alignment with? And you nailed it. What are we in alignment with in our service? So I just wanted to add that. That's all.
Is this stuff good? Are you guys learning stuff? Can you do something with what you're hearing today? When you leave out of this room, I want you to take at least one thing with you that you're going to do today. I know today's Friday. One thing that you're going to do today. I don't want you to wait till Monday because you're not going to remember it for Monday. Today. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So just a little bit on networking. When you go networking, please don't come to me and tell me what you do. Don't tell me everything that you do because you just threw up on me and that doesn't feel good. Why don't you ask me who I am and what is it that I do? Because courtesy says that after I tell you who I am and what I do, I'm going to say to you, so what do you do? And now, because I'm inquiring, you're answering my question. You're not throwing up on me. Now, the reason I say that is because I've done it. I've got people who will actually cross the street when they see me coming because I've thrown up on them more than once because I figured, oh, no, let me try that again because they didn't get it. Oh, they got it. I didn't get it. Okay. So anytime you're talking to someone, find out about them first. And then let them be the inquirer and you be the person who answers the inquiry. Yes, ma'am.
I understand the part where you say don't tell them what you do. But the second part, I've been to one of Brandon's class and he said, don't ask them what they do. So, maybe not Brandon, but in a class.
So you're confused because there are two different philosophies out there. One of them says ask them what they do, and one says don't ask them what they do. You're going to have to find your comfort level. I say you start with learning about them because now that you've learned a little bit about them, you've got a better way of answering their inquiry. Okay. If you don't know who I am and you start just with me, you don't know that I want that. I may need it, but I may not want it. Okay. I don't know. You don't know me well enough to know how to answer me yet. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. So the whole point is that in your conversation, be careful as you start to, this is to build a relationship. And what I want out of that relationship is that maybe you're going to be my vendor and not my customer. Maybe you're going to turn out to be my friend. Maybe you're going to turn out to be my supporter. Maybe you're going to turn out to be, you'll never be my customer, but boy, did you turn me on to some. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Got another one. Okay, so I put down 5 things that I thought that would come out of this. Okay, so know your starting point. We talked about that. Ask for help. We talked about that. You gave me that as an idea. Find an accountability partner. Find somebody that you can be truthful with about your business and you trust their opinion. By the way, this is probably not a family member. Okay. Network. Get out there, tell people who you are, be confident in your stance. Confidence and braggadociousness are not the same. I am confident in what I do. I'm not bragging on you. Let me tell you who I helped out. It's not about that. Let me share with you what I do. Let me show you how it has helped others. And possibly if it can't help you, you probably know somebody that it can help. Okay. And then the most important one that I put there is take some time to take care of yourself. If you're not at your best, you can't give your best. I would like for you guys to click on that QR code, and I'd like you to give me some other options. By the way, do you like this interactive kind of thing?
Yes. Yes.
I just got introduced to this and I am having so much fun with this. as you probably figured out. But what I want you to see in real time is how we're interacting with one another. What does this is not a monkey survey monkey. This is really, how are we talking to one another? How are we making things happen? Okay. Any comments or questions on this? You're awfully quiet. I don't do quiet very well. But thank you. I really want to thank you for participating. I thank you for playing with me while I'm doing this new software. It's free, by the way. If anybody ever wants to do it, it's called Mentimeter, and you can actually go in and do it yourself. Is this helping you put things into perspective about you and your relationship with your business? Yes. Okay. So, what potential challenges might we face in implementing these strategies? Can you click on that? Okay. And I'm going to do this one really fast because I'm running out of time. What potential challenges might we face in implementing these strategies? More sales mean more money, right? But they should also mean more satisfied customers. Do you know who your marketing department should be? You said yourself? Okay. Who do you think your marketing department should be? One answer is yourself.
The one that needs what you have.
The one that
Needs what you have.
The one that needs what I have. Okay. And you said customers. Okay. Anybody else? My strategy for marketing is very simple. I never want to pay anybody to be in my marketing department. I want my customers to be so satisfied with what I do that they tell other people for free. My marketing department is made up of satisfied customers. So I'm not looking for more sales. I'm looking for more satisfied customers who will lead me to more sales so I can have more satisfied customers. Does that make sense? So what you're spending your time on is trying to make sure that these people are satisfied so that your customers are telling other people who become your customers, who are telling other people who will become your customers. So more sales, your amazing lack of resources, social network, lack of social skills and courage. If you started a business, trust me, you're courageous. You're courageous. So there is not a lack of courage. The lack of courage is the person who didn't start. You started a business, you're strong. You just have to know you're strong. The challenge is that people are used to the old way because it's a habit and we go back to it. Habits are real easy. Habits are things, they're almost like sensory learning. We just do them because we do them. It doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean it works. It means that it's easy because that's the thing that we know. If it weren't for habits, I would not be overweight. Okay. Now, is that true? Yeah. Okay. If it weren't for habits, I would not be sitting at home on my couch while you go out and exercise. So it's not that the habits are good or bad, it's that we just get used to them. So what is our job? Our job is to help people get new habits. And part of that new habit is they're going to use us for a product or service. Okay? So thank you for participating in this workshop. I know I think I took a little bit over an hour, and I only had an hour, sorry. We've identified some key strategies for effective business management and discussed potential challenges. The next steps involve implementing these strategies into your daily routine and continuously refining your approach to achieve better productivity and work-life balance. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for your participation. I appreciate your honesty of speaking up and your energy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brenda. We really appreciate all of your wonderful insight, and thank you for taking the time to speak to our audience. Hello, everyone. My name is Tiffany Ward. I'm the Vice President of Women of Global Change. How are you all feeling so far? Great, great. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a quick little 5 to 10 minute break. There's refreshments in the front area, as well as food. And we would love to be able to have you get a chance to be able to network. But before we do, I do definitely want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors. We're here at Nevada Partners right now, located in North Las Vegas. They have been amazing setting us up with this wonderful event space. Also, one of our sponsors, the UNLV Tourism Business Igniter Program. This is where we are in the business incubator. As you see, the veterans sponsored bookshelves that were just decorated. So definitely, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to see Elias or John Stevenson for more information about this location. Also, we would like to say a huge thank you to University of Reno here with Brenda. Thank you so much for your wonderful insight, the UNR Extension, and also Banker Life, the Life for Retirement, Ms. Yulia Williams, which we will see after the break. Okay, so please feel free to grab a snack, and we definitely want to give you. And we want to make sure that you have an opportunity to be able to network as well. Okay. Thank you. So, oh yes, sorry. We want to give a huge shout out to our amazing videographer and photographer here as well. We can't forget him. He's been doing an amazing job so far. I'll grab his name before we finish, and then we'll go from there. Okay. But thank you all so much. And we'll take a quick break.